spoke with a bittersweet tone about his leaving and implored us to do one thing: to be a fan. That simple, he said, be a fan, go to games, and cheer on your fellow student athletes. I'm happy tonight to repeat his request and to add to it. Yes, be a fan. Love the battles and the war. Revel in the effort and accomplishment of your fellow Coach Joe congratulates Sarah for all of her accomplishments during her time at Juniata. Congratulations.
I'd now like to invite baseball athlete, incoming SAC co-chair president, and my roommate, Connor Rahm, to present the SAC Award for Best Moment. Competitions and seasons are full of spectacular moments that bring a team together, change momentum, defy the odds, and make everyone watching stand up and cheer. This SAC Award is presented to the team that provided the most memorable moment of the year. The nominees are women's volleyball for their 3-2 win over Wisconsin Whitewater in the national championship. Men's soccer for their 3-1 victory in the ECAC championship in November over Rutgers Newark. Women's basketball for their game-tying buzzer-beating layup against Penn State Altoona in November. And women's soccer for their win over Drew, the first time they beat Drew since 2018. And the winner of the Best Moment Award is women's volleyball. For their dramatic 3-2 win in the national championship, which saw them tested like never before to capture their third consecutive national championship. They are the first team to do so in Division III women's volleyball since 2000. Now I'd like to invite SAC Administrative Assistant and women's basketball player Emily Nonamaker to the stage to present the SAC Award for Best Comeback. This next award, the SAC Award for Best Comeback, goes to a team that has overcome some adversity during the course of a contest. When few believed in them, they believed in each other. They took it one play at a time, they kept fighting for each other, and they played to the last whistle. The nominees are men's basketball for their comeback victory over Lycoming, women's soccer for their comeback at Albright, and for football for their comeback at Keystone. And the winner for Best Comeback Award is men's basketball. For their dramatic come-from-behind win over Lycoming. Trailing by 8 with 2 minutes to go, the Eagles stormed back to get within 2. They forced a turnover, which set the stage for Mason Hardy's game-tying mid-range jumper. They went on to overtime to win 81-79 for the team's first win of the year.
At this time, I'd like to invite two members of our splendid sports medicine staff, Mr. Jeffrey Leidig and Mr. Casey Kramer, to present the Smaltz Award. next Big Five award is the William R. Smaltz Award. Named after William Bull Smaltz, this award goes to a senior athlete who has demonstrated hard work and perseverance in his or her endeavors. The nominees are Megan Jordan, Peyton Goodrich, Ruben Stahl, Steph Emmert, and Sean Weiland. And the winner of the William R. Smaltz Award is Peyton Goodrich. Head women's lacrosse coach Tori Quinn had this to say about Peyton. Peyton Goodrich is one of the most exceptional competitors I've ever had the privilege of coaching. As soon as Peyton stepped on campus, she was excited about the opportunity to make a difference for a women's lacrosse program. Peyton is the definition of an exceptional hard work ethic and perseverance. She understands the difference between what is challenging versus what is difficult to overcome. After suffering what should have been a season-ending injury versus McDaniel March 5th, Peyton yet again accepted the challenge and overcame what could have been a season-ending injury for most. She continued to play all season on a torn ACL and constantly challenged herself to overcome and just do a little more, not only for herself, but for her team. She ran both ways for us as a midfielder, took draws, caused turnovers, scored goals, and willed her way to beat whatever her teammates needed. Although this wasn't the way she envisioned her senior season, she found a way to overcome it. I'm so proud to have had the privilege of coaching you, Peyton. Congratulations on an incredible 4 years at Juniata and a well-deserved award. For the 2024-25 competitive seasons, Juniata College had a year full of strong athletic performances during conference play, as they had a plethora of athletes from various teams receive all conference honors.
This next SAC award will be presented by me, Ethan Shank, SAC co-president, and I will be presenting the SAC award for Best Upset. You may not be favored in every contest you're in, but there is a reason you play the games. You don't get the dub by being the better team on paper. The Best Upset Award goes to the team that defied the odds and pulled out the upset. The nominees are men's volleyball for their 3-0 win over number 3 Stevens Institute of Technology. Women's soccer for their 1-0 win over Drew, the 4th place team in the conference. And women's lacrosse for their road playoff win at Drew last spring. The winner of the Best Upset Award is men's volleyball. For their dominant win over the number 3 team in the country, Stevens, in a rematch of the previous year's NCAA quarterfinal. They won the set in three sets, 30-28. Tyler Goldsberg was unstoppable in the match as he put up 23 kills.
The next Big Five award was named in honor of John E. Blood and is given to the senior student athlete who has earned the highest grade point average combined with significant athletic achievement. At this time, I would like to invite 2 members of our senior leadership team, Provost Lauren Bowen and Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students Matthew Damschroeder, to present the John E. Blood Award. And this next part is very important. This year, for the Blood Award, we had one of the most competitive fields the department has ever produced. Each of our top 3 nominees all had 4.0 grade point averages, but we had 10 additional student athletes who achieved a grade point average above 3.9. We would like to take a moment and give a rowdy round of applause for these outstanding scholar athletes. Rebecca Christoffel, John Hanasek, Sarah Hepburn, Julia Lane, Emily Nonemaker, Lily Podolin, Sierra Rossman, Victor Vandenbroek, Kaylin Walters, and Joey Woodrow. And now the nominees for the Blood Award. Jeremiah Burden, Lillian Case, Grant Lorelli, and the winner of the John E. Blood Award is Lillian Case from our field hockey team. Head coach Caroline Gillick has this to say about Lillian. Lillian is a phenomenal person, leader, student, athlete, and community member. She's driven and passionate to do her very best and serve others along the way. She might be president someday, and I truly won't be surprised. She is someone every player on this team has looked up to, younger and older, since the day she arrived. This quote is so much her. Quote, risk more than others think is safe, care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, expect more than others think is possible, close quote, a quote from Claude Bissell. Lil is an optimistic realist, and I appreciate that about her. She is confident in what she can do, and she knows the power of bringing people together as well as the struggles in it. She is willing to do the work and does it with so much quality. The one thing we can't understand is how she does so much. But we know it's Lil. She is rare and a once-in-a-lifetime creation, and we have enjoyed having her here at Juniata and in the field hockey program. We will miss her presence more than we can imagine. Lil, Go out and get your future worlds and keep kicking butt. We can't wait to cheer for you again and again. With you, Coach. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite Parkhurst rock star who greets us all with a smile and some wit every day, Sonia Runk, to the stage to present the Dave Arndt Community Service Award. Dave Arndt, Davey, was my friend and a beloved member of the Juniata community who served as the equipment supervisor for athletics and passed away suddenly in 2019. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee is committed to keeping Dave's caring and generous spirit alive by organizing opportunities for community outreach both on campus and in the greater Huntington area. Many of you have been part of the Special Olympics Pennsylvania Central Fall Sectional. This coming October will be our 27th year hosting the event. So please save the date for Sunday, September 28th, when we will all once again do our best to provide an experience befitting the extraordinary dedication of the athletes and coaches who participate. In total, our student athletes and coaches have logged nearly 2,000 hours of community service. This year, one team stood out for their extraordinary commitment to service. The Dave Arndt Community Service Award goes to our women's soccer program. Will the captain of the women's soccer team please come up to receive their award? Okay, at this time I'd like to invite Jerry Cruzy, the John and Irene Dale Professor of Mathematics, Computer Science, and Information Technology, to the stage to present this next award. Pursuing excellence academically as a unit as well as competitively is a hallmark of all of our programs. This next award, the Team GPA Award, as it is aptly named, goes to the team with the highest GPA as a collective group. And the winner of the highest Team GPA Award is our field hockey team. Will the team captains for field hockey please come to the stage and accept your award? Hey. Hey, guys.
I'd now like to invite Riley Lynch, incoming SAC Administrative Assistant and softball player, to the stage to present the SAC Award for Best Team Performance. You know those days when everything is going right. Your confidence is at an all-time high and you rise to the challenge, performing your best when your team needs it the most. It's when every athlete trains for. And while some athletes and teams put together great performances this year, these three really stand out. The nominees are women's volleyball for their win in the national championship. men's soccer for their victory in the ECAC championship game. And women's basketball for their 69-57 win at Moravian. And the SAC Award for the best performance goes to the women's volleyball team. They cemented their dominance by achieving a remarkable feat, back-to-back-to-back national championships. They once again went undefeated on the season, dropping only 8 sets all year, and winning the national championship in an exciting 5 sets. I would like to invite Co-Communications Director and swimmer Megan Jordan to the stage to present the SAC Award for the Best Women's Individual Performance. We have many great women athletes in this department who excel on the field, on the track, in the pool, on the golf course, on the court, and on the diamond. This award is for our best of the best, who put together a truly excellent performance that stood head and shoulders above the rest. The nominees are Olivia Barbacci, track and field; Kennedy Christie, women's volleyball; and Maeve Kuzer, women's lacrosse. And the SAC Award for the best women's individual performance goes to Olivia Barbacci. On May 1st, 2025, Olivia podiumed in every event she participated in during Landmark Indoor Championships. She won the pole vault, breaking her own record, ranking in the top 30 in the nation. She finished third in the high jump, landing in the top 50 marks in the nation. She finished fifth in the 400-meter dash and was a member of the fifth place 4x4 team that day too. Her 400 individual race broke another school record, and last but certainly not least, she finished 8th in the 200-meter dash, breaking another school record at that meet.
At this time, I'd like to invite athletic communications superstar, the fastest man on staff, the New York legend, Matt Venn, to the stage to present the Stanford Mickle Award. The Stanford Mickle Award presented to Juniata's senior male athlete who has made the greatest contribution to Juniata athletics. Come on, man, I said you were the fastest guy on staff. The nominees are Juan Armando, John Hanasek, and Joey Woodrow. And the winner of the Stanford Mickle Award is Juan Armando. Glenn DeHaven has this to say about Juan. Juan personifies what it means to be a true student athlete, finding success both on the court and in the classroom. His toughness, heart, hard work, and competitiveness speak to our program's fundamentals of success and have set a new standard for this program for years to come. His legacy and impact on the Juniata men's volleyball program are immeasurable, and his commitment to excellence in all that he does has truly made and will continue to make all of us better. Juan Armando joins the elite ranks for Juniata men's volleyball. He's a two-time All-American during his playing career. He surpassed 1,000 career kills during his time at Juniata, which ranks him just outside the top 10 all time, while his 544 digs rank him 9th on the all-time list. Congratulations.
I'd now like to invite SAC co-president and field hockey player Lillian Case to the stage to present the SAC Award for Best Team. This SAC Award goes to the Juniata Eagles team that put it all together this year and exemplifies the athletic department's commitments to athletic competitiveness, sportsmanship, academic excellence, leadership, and service. The nominees for Best Team are men's volleyball, women's track and field, and women's volleyball. And the winner of the SAC Award for Best Team is women's volleyball. The team won back-to-back-to-back national championships, which hasn't been done since 2000, and had a perfect record for the second consecutive season, dropping just 8 sets all season. The team featured the National Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, 6 All-Americans, 4 Academic All-Americans, 6 All-Region players, and 7 All-Conference selections.
Before we move on to our next recognition, let us acknowledge athletes who truly excelled at their respective sports this season and have earned All-Region and/or All-America honors. One definition of the word team is to come together as a group to achieve a common goal. It's the reason you all work so hard. From hard work over the summer to your preseasons and throughout the regular season, with an eye on the prize, if you will, of additional competition in the postseason. We had several teams make postseason tournaments, and we'd like to take the time to recognize these outstanding accomplishments. First, our women's tennis team. This team went 4-5 during the regular season in conference play, winning their final 3 conference matches in order to earn a final spot in the landmark playoffs. Would the women's tennis team please come to the front for a quick team picture? Round of applause for our women's tennis team. Next, our men's tennis team, who also went 4-5 in the regular season in conference play, winning their final 2 conference matches to earn the 6th spot in the landmark playoffs. Would the men's tennis team please come forward for a quick picture?
I feel so close to you right now, it's a force field. I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
How about one more round of applause for our men's tennis team? Prepare yourselves, it's going to get loud. Next, our women's lacrosse team. Whose 6-3 record during the regular season earned them the 3rd seed of the landmark playoff, where they defeated Elizabethtown to reach the landmark conference semifinals. Will the women's lacrosse team please come to the front for a quick team picture?
You know what I need, want you to see everything, want you to see the lights. Fast cars, shooting stars, all of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's taken exactly where we are, all of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
Something wrong, I hold my head. MJ gone, I nigga dead. I slapped my girl, she called the feds. I did that time and spent that bread. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a nigga replacing me. I had to take him to that ghetto university. The lights, cop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights.
Put your hands together one more time for a women's lacrosse team. Next, our men's soccer program, who put together the best season in program history, going 13-3-6, 7-0-2 in conference play, and making the landmark conference championship match, being named the top overall seed in the ECAC championship tournament, where they defeated McDaniel College and Rutgers Newark to claim the program's first conference championship trophy. Will the men's soccer team please come to the front for a quick team picture?
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water.
soccer. Next, we would like to recognize men's volleyball for their run to the CVC Championship Tournament, after which they earned an at-large bid to the NCAA Tournament. They defeated Wentworth and Nichols to advance to the NCAA Final Four for the first time since 2014. They pushed SVU to 5 sets, and while not the finish they wanted, still a tremendous season that saw them win a program record 31 matches. Will the men's volleyball team please come forward for a quick team picture?
You nigga been hating way too long. Yeah, too long. How about that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm with the AP, spent 200K. They told me the frost, rainbow face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be alright, but it ain't okay. Niggas got left. Niggas went right, I went left and stay left, and ain't nothing the same. They run their lips. I put my purple and step in my foot in the pedal of rain. Spinning shit like I'm ahead of the game. You say they gon' drop and it better be flame. Lil' mommy gon' type, she gon' suck till I'm drained. My top 5 topper in love with her brain. Her across the sea, Hatters and Mykonos, Greece, man, they love me in Spain. I'm kicking P, landing on the jet with a bitch with a big body frame. Just like a biker, rocket, black. Margiela Love was the one with the lace. Put that bit tighter, yeah, right. Hope that these little niggas really wanna race. I got that fire, I spit crack. I got that face, gon' recite what I say. Came in a ladder, this ain't no threats. This a blue Scotty, I smoke to the face. Made it to the light, they still throwing shade. I was locked up, taking chips for a train. Turn the box, way more than minimum.
Finally, we would like to recognize the women's volleyball team for their second consecutive undefeated season that saw them capture their 43rd conference championship. They were tested in the final 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, but would not be denied their 3rd consecutive NCAA national championship. Will the women's volleyball team please come forward for a quick team picture? You won all 3 or just one?
It's my southern slang. I speak it every day. I'm trying to get it poppin' each and every way. It's one
Let's put our hands together for the 2024 Women's Volleyball National Champion.
Hey guys. 555. 555. All right. The next presenter is Co-Communications Director and Track and Field Athlete Ashley Alfie to present the SAC Award for Best Men's Individual Performance. We have many great male athletes in this department who excel on the field, on the track, in the pool, on the golf course, on the court, and on the diamond. This award is for the best of the best, who put together an extremely excellent performance that stood head and shoulders above the rest. The nominees are Jacob Despot, baseball. Tyler Goldsberg, men's volleyball. And Marshall Radonovich, men's swimming. And the SAC Award for Best Men's Individual Performance goes to Marshall Radonovich. On February 14th of this year, Marshall broke a school record that stood since 1991, setting the new 100-meter backstroke record with a time of 56 seconds.
We had a boo-boo. Through some technical glitches, we did not recognize our field hockey program for making the landmark tournament. Will the field hockey team please come to the stage for a picture and recognition for making the postseason? Easy, table, relax. At this time, I'd like to invite two members of our magnificent sports performance staff, Kate Bonato and Cam Stilson, to present the Bartertock Award. The Charles Bartertock Award goes to the senior female athlete who's made the greatest contribution to Juniata athletics. The nominees for the Bartertock are Olivia Barbacci, Mackenzie Coley, and Haley Sherman. And the winner of the Charles Bartertock Award is Mackenzie Coley. Head coach Heather Pavlik has this to say about Mackenzie. Mackenzie's been the most dominant middle hitter in the country the last 3 years and has put up numbers that have not been seen in recent history. She started for us all for years and was a player who grew in so many different ways throughout her career. She learned how to be more patient with herself and others and how to push through difficult times and situations. During her 4 years, the team went 136-3 and finished with 4 trips to the Final Four and 3 national championships. She made our offense very unique in that we had a middle hitter who was simply dominant and who we could get the ball to more often than our opponents could defend. Mackenzie was a 4-time all-conference player, making the first team her last 3 years. She was a 3-time all-region performer and the 2022 Region 5 Player of the Year and a 3-time first-team All-America. During this time, she was also a 3-team academic All-District and 2-time academic All-America. The most impressive part of her 4 years is that she had so much success early in her career, but fought against getting complacent and learned how to push through even harder in practice each day and continue to get better until her very last practice. Congratulations.
At this time, we would like to present the third winner of the D3 Week Competition Cup. This year, we held events throughout D3 Week to have a friendly competition throughout the athletic department. It was a lot of fun seeing the hidden talents of many of our student athletes. It was a tight race throughout the week, but only one pairing of teams could come out on top. The winner of the Division III Week Comp Cup is going to cause me to demand a recount, but the winner is the athletic department staff. Would any members of the staff that participated please come up and receive your reward?
Much respect to the experience of the athletic staff. 2025 marks our second year of inducting students and student athletes into Chi Alpha Sigma, an organization that recognizes student athletes from accredited four-year NCAA institutions who excel both in the classroom and in competition. Chi Alpha Sigma recognizes undergraduate college student athletes who participate in a sport at the varsity intercollegiate level, achieve junior academic status or higher after their fourth full-time semester, and earn a 3.5 grade point average or higher as a cumulative grade point average. I would now like to invite Amy Mather and Randy Rosenberger, our faculty athletic representatives, to the stage to assist in the awarding of this academic recognition. At this time, would the junior inductees into Chi Alpha Sigma please come up stage left, my right, your left, to receive their pins. I believe you all have a piece of paper to give me when you come up. Please. Connor Rahm, baseball. Skylar Stevens, women's lacrosse. Devin Mugger, women's lacrosse. Kaylin Heatley, women's lacrosse. Aaron Rothermel, football. Haley Wolverton, field hockey. Giovanna Pacheco, women's soccer. Brienne Spencer, women's soccer and track and field. Cassandra Lease, field hockey. Audrey Muth, women's volleyball. Gracie Ruck, softball. Rayanne Whiteman, women's volleyball. Claire Thomas, softball. Marin Swank, softball. Danielle Berlin, softball. Ethan Brown, golf. Jared Johnson, men's volleyball. Jacob Wallman, men's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Daniel Patrico, men's lacrosse. Tyler Mack, baseball. David Beard, baseball. Jackson Canane, baseball. Joseph Mink, football. Matthew Tiernan, men's swimming. Grace Finch, women's swimming. Matthew Quigley, baseball. Charlie Bakken, baseball. Jace Irvin, baseball. Kira Lester, women's track and field. Josephine Kelly, women's track and field. Andrew Perhamus, men's volleyball. Jackie Bryant, women's track and field. Zoe Biles, women's track and field. Brianna Bodorf, women's basketball. Emily McCann, women's basketball. Lincoln Riddle, men's track and field. Gavin Rahat, men's soccer. Jackson Gamble, men's soccer. Brandon Marzula, men's soccer. Whee! At this time, graduating student athletes, please line up. Stage left, your right. I'm sorry, my right, your left. And have your ticket ready to hand me when you get to the front to get your graduation regalia. Will Brittany DeHaven and Nikki Ayers please come up and assist with the graduation regalia? One moment, please. Make sure we're fully staffed. Okay. Peyton Goodrich, women's lacrosse. Kellyanne Drummond, women's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Sarah Hepburn, women's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Maeve Kuzer, women's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Amanda Puza, field hockey and swimming. Lillian Case, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. Kaylin Walters, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. Brenna Haggerty, field hockey. Sydney Witter, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. Morgan Martin, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. Colleen Crinetti, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. Sierra Rossman, field hockey, Chi Alpha Sigma. John Hanasek, men's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Sean Hankinson, football, Chi Alpha Sigma. Calvin German, football, Chi Alpha Sigma. Donovan Goad, men's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Victor Vandenbroek, men's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Benjamin Umstead, football. Alex Douglas, softball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Jessica Hunt, softball. Emily Utzi, softball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Isabella Countryman, softball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Kaylee McGill, softball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Abigail John, softball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Morgan Brumbaugh, softball. Shannon Para, women's lacrosse. Kendall Yeager, women's lacrosse. Bianca Escobar, women's lacrosse. Lauren Metzger, women's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Shveta Kalathur, women's tennis, Chi Alpha Sigma. Sarah Ledebor, field hockey and women's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Albert DeFrucio, men's lacrosse. Charlie Newman, men's lacrosse. Hunter Wolfley, football. Seamus Walker, football. Ruben Stahl, men's lacrosse, Chi Alpha Sigma. Quentin Stevens, football. Ryan Madison, men's lacrosse. Lucas Brannigan, football, Chi Alpha Sigma. Vincent Beckler, men's lacrosse. Gonzalo Mesa de Prado, men's tennis. Matthew McCleary, men's lacrosse. William Kinchington, baseball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Colby Starr, men's golf, Chi Alpha Sigma. Shatram Perswad, baseball. Devin Cauldron, baseball. Courtney Williams, women's volleyball. Lily Podolin, women's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Joseph Woodrow, baseball, Chi Alpha Sigma. James Rhodes, baseball. Mia Schubert, women's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Derek Gare, baseball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Emily Sullivan, women's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Harrison Lester, baseball. Stephanie Emmert, women's basketball, Chi Alpha Sigma.
I'm so sorry.
Really? Emily Nunemaker, women's basketball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Walker Bredicus, football. Gunnar Lesher, football. Emma Pinkston, women's track and field, Chi Alpha Sigma. Jackie Bryant, women's track and field, Chi Alpha Sigma. Rebecca Christoffel, women's cross country and track, Chi Alpha Sigma. Colm Burgravy, men's tennis. Jules Guyot, men's tennis. Megan Jordan, women's swimming, Chi Alpha Sigma. Haley Sherman, women's basketball. Sarah Betts, women's basketball, women's soccer. Ethan Peffer, baseball. Mackenzie Coley, women's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Abby Tellez, women's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Sandy Milby, women's golf, Chi Alpha Sigma. Mason Hardy, men's basketball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Tyler Laptina, men's basketball. Nico Campbell, men's basketball. Leah Eisenberg, women's basketball, women's soccer. Danny Scipione, women's basketball, women's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Emma Grego, women's soccer. Hayden Paxton, women's soccer. Jillian Dell, women's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Julia Lane, women's soccer, Chi Alpha Sigma. Juan Mauricio Armando, men's volleyball. Jeremiah Burden, men's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Grant Lorelli, men's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Tyler Phillips, men's volleyball. Logan Constable, men's volleyball. Benjamin Gerdeman, men's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Peter Cariato, men's volleyball, Chi Alpha Sigma. Again, whee! Thank you. Okay, a few Closing comments. Change can be scary, and it can be frustrating. As athletes, we are asked to embrace change, to seek it out, and to make the most of it. From changing training habits to playing different positions to transitioning into post-athletic role, change is inevitable, and I believe can lead to unforeseen positive consequences and opportunities. I also believe that we earn the privilege to change. If change is an opportunity, we must earn it. We must be deserving of change and the opportunity to see the other side of it. We will have new leadership within the athletic department beginning this summer. We will have change. I ask you not to be afraid of this change, not to resist it, but rather embrace it because I believe we've earned it. I've had the honor to be in this athletic department since the turn of the century. Yeah, I got here in 2000. I know, yeah, holy shnikes. In that time, we've had 3 athletic directors, change times 3. And we owe a debt of gratitude to each athletic director for propelling us forward to deserve the next. So thank you to Larry Bach for pushing our department forward to earn the honor of having Greg Curley lead our department. Greg's vision and leadership were instrumental in our department advancing during his 10-year run as athletic director. Thank you, Greg, for pushing our department forward and making us deserving of Nikki Ayers, leading our next phase of development. Nikki's passion for the student-athlete experience and her love for her alma mater propelled us yet again forward in our development. Each of these wonderful professionals brought different tools and skills to our department, and each will leave a permanent impact on our lives, and we owe them our respect and our thanks. See, change can provide opportunities for forward movement. Let's not be sad for what is no longer, but thrilled in anticipation of what will be. That's the best way to thank those who move on, by continuing on, by going on. It's okay to be sad and reflective for a moment. That makes us human. But seeing change for what it is, an opportunity to move forward and improve, that makes us athletes. Thank you, Nikki. We love you, and we'll miss you. We expect great things. Now, in the spirit of embracing change, I'd like to formally introduce and invite to the stage to wrap up the 2025 Alfie Awards, co-interim directors of athletics, Brittany DeHaven and Jarrett Krotzer, for a few closing comments.
Thank you. On behalf of the athletic department, Jarrett and I would like to take some time to thank several people who have helped make this year successful. To many, many people. The Parkhurst staff, thank you for everything you do for our athletes and for our department year in and year out. In campus facilities, Tristan, George, Andy, Brian, Justin, Hunter, and many others, we would not be able to operate without all your help getting things set up for our events and games and prepping our fields, courts, and playing surfaces. In academic resources, Brian Baker and Isabella Klug, thank you for all your support this year. We are grateful to have you both on our team. In the EDI office, Dean Derek James and Zakira Watts for all of their support of our athletes and our athletic programs. Our faculty athletic representatives, Randy Rosenberger and Amy Mather, for all the support through the year as their students navigate the balance between academics and athletics. Our development staff, who work so tirelessly on our behalf, Greta Hall, Sarah Thompson, Jim Watt, and Matt Stadenauer. Alumni engagement and career development, who engage our wonderful alumni and provide opportunities and connections for our current students, David Meadows, Becca Ford, and Tammy Stuber. Our student life staff, Danny Erdley, Jody Althouse, Joanne Noel, and the public safety Tims, Lawson Hughes. Our college senior leadership team, Jeff Skasha, Beth Homan, Jason Moran, Derek James, Jim Watt, and with special thanks to President Jim Troja, Provost Lauren Bone, and Dean Matthew Damschroeder for all of your support. And to all of our head coaches and assistant coaches for your time and the number of hours that you put in day by day out to make this the best experience possible for all of our athletes. Thank you.
Also, big thanks goes out to our athletic administrative team, who does a ton of the work behind the scenes, and definitely work that we would not be able to survive without. First and foremost, our sports medicine team. 3 of them this spring, gutted it out, provided everyone the greatest experience, keeping everyone healthy. That's Jeff Leidig, Dodie Edwards, and Casey Kramer. Our event management and operations staff of 1, Danny Youngork. Always going above and beyond and providing the best experience, obviously, in the game setting. A little bit biased here, but our sports performance staff, Kate Bonato and Cam Stilson. To our athletic communication staff, Ben Grant, Matt Then, for the tireless hours that they put in behind the scenes with stats, videos, photos, and AthCom things. To our MC tonight and external engagement director, Scott McKenzie, for his tireless dedication to Juniata as a whole over the last 25 years. We will miss you. You've done a phenomenal job. We wouldn't be able to exist without you. To our shadow interim athletic director and the woman that keeps us all in line, Miss Lori Hoffman, again, behind the scenes, but would not be able to exist without you. And last but not least, our department would like to spend a special thank you to Tim Kraus, who keeps our building clean on the daily, provides great energy, and just a good overall human being. So appreciate it, Tim. Above all, thank all of you, our student athletes, our incredible student athletes. Best of luck to those that are graduating next week. We're deeply grateful for all that you contributed to Juniata Athletics. And then to those that are returning again next year, we can't wait to see what you accomplish. To close things out, our athletic staff, our athletic communication staff has created a highlight video to celebrate the year. Best of luck to all you on finals. Enjoy.
You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch, you have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. The dream.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Yeah, a fresh, cool young Lou, trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees. What have you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list? Who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through, and the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then the hitman standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like Shadow in the Veil, I battle with it well. Though I need a holiday like Lady Who Sung Blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Yeah. And you better
But you near cause you bad, bad, bad. Ride it out a socket, I can cup you in the Rari, let you ride it in the rap, and you bad, bad, bad. No plan, no Atari, I won't play with you for nothing. I can eat you like hibachi cause you bad, bad, bad. I just took the doors, all the guinea, now I'm riding and I'm sliding down the sideways, now she call me.
Young gon' no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bentley sprint fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a they purge. Young gon' no one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pour some syrup. Smack on the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. You know, all you
wait your turn. In my own lane, we can merge. But no hands you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shern. I'm a nigga, P litty. QP ski. I love my is pretty, they showing they is up to the ceiling. I let her run through a million, I rock with her really, let's on a billion. I'ma get down to the gritty, then up the city, the home of the villains. Ecstasy, wonderful feeling. Smoke out the pound when I'm chillin'. Trapping, I made me a look, I got everybody wishing. I hope you play your position.
Hi, monster on the beat, Debo, Benny rap. He a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe, bro. Nella new to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni air? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hit me. Marlon D mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
Your ECAC champions, Juniata College Eagle.
Down whole time, I know he got some pull on him, extort, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any that talk to him and they in love, just make sure.
Just an unbelievable Herculean effort from both sides tonight.
Party playing with his nose now, and Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fool him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
The dynasty continues. Juniata wins their 3rd straight national title.
You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird, you listen, bird. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some be wrestlers for you Malibu most wanted. You know love boy, you ball boy, fish Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this jumping. You could get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other option. Gotta straighten they posture. Got fingers all up in contact. Might write this with a document. Tell a pop star quit hiding. A caption, won't action, no accident. I'm hands on it. Round get polished. No rain go like he's in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad these Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. That not speak on Serena. Hey, homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass.
On behalf of the Ben Grant, that concludes this evening's program. Thank you for attending. Have a wonderful summer. Can we please